What's going on, everybody? It's Pac-Man Jones with Savannah Seaport News, and today, yes, I'm gonna give you the news actually for this week. I was gonna work on another case, the case about Rebecca Foley. I know that's been quite a hot topic in Savannah. I wanted to do that, but because I actually knew one of the people that was involved with that shooting, and that person was like my best friend. My best friend's cousin actually, and I asked him could I do it, and I really didn't get the permission, so instead I'm gonna just do the news. Now on Monday, we actually had two teenage suspects that was arrested in two armed robberies that happened in downtown Savannah. The first happened Monday night just before 7 p.m. in Forsyth Park. The victim told Metro Police that the suspect walked up to him, showed a gun, and demanded his wallet. About 20 minutes later, police responded to another armed robbery near MLK Boulevard and the I-16 overpass. The victim gave the same account and the description for the suspect in the Forsyth Park incident. Now they're saying that the 15-year-old and 16-year-old suspect, they're not going to release their name because they're juveniles, but they're saying that these two individuals held up a lot of people in that area, and a lot of the homeowners are concerned, a lot of the business owners are concerned because they usually try to have, nowadays saying they try to have at least two people watching somebody while they go to their car because people are in fear of this area. And I mean, it's a nice area because this is a traveler's destination. I mean, this Forsyth Park is the closest park to downtown. It's not the biggest park in Savannah, but that area around Forsyth Park is kind of rough with a lot of robberies because a lot of visitors come in this area to take pictures, walk around. But one thing that most people, they come to Savannah and do, they come to the park at night, which is a no-no. And that's how a lot of people get stuck up and get robbed. And a lot of people just like, well, why is this area getting targeted so much? I mean, it has a charming look. And what I can say about this area, like pretty much all Savannah has a charming look. When you go to downtown, that's what attracts a lot of visitors, is Southern charm. And what people don't know is that it has like, these houses have a lot of charm to it, but at the same time these houses are in kind of in semi-rough areas. And even though it's in the Victorian district, like I've reported before, like it might be you might see like a 2-story house that's like great and well built, and you might go 1 or 2 streets over and you might see like a raggedy type house. So you might, like, if you go off of Bernard Street, which is probably 2 streets over, then that's when things kind of start looking a little bit different, even though you're still in around the Forsyth Park area. Now on Tuesday afternoon, we had a shots fired incident on West 61st Street. Officers were conducting a surveillance in the area near Montgomery and West 61st Street just before 1:30 p.m. when they saw a vehicle make several traffic violations. When officers attempted to stop the vehicle, the driver parked the vehicle and ran away on foot. A shot was fired from a home in the 200 block of West 61st Street as officers chased the suspect. In addition, officers arrived in the area where they were able to catch the fleeing suspect. Non-occupants of the residence came out of the home and officers detained them for questioning. SWAT responded to the scene to ensure the safety of officers, and they searched the home and found 4 handguns, 1 shotgun, 1 AK-47, and 1 AR type rifle. And all those weapons were reported stolen, and detectives are really working to determine which of the suspects were involved in that shooting. Initially, I seen this on Facebook. Somebody had went live, and I seen the other video on Facebook. I'm gonna show you another video that I seen because there's multiple videos on the scene, but I'm gonna just show you a little bit of it. And I initially seen this on Facebook, and I was like, well, what's happening? A lot of people didn't know what was happening at the time, but I'm glad they got that situated. Now, on Wednesday morning, the Savannah CNT, that's the narcotics team, was actually contacted by Savannah Chatham Board of Educational Campus Police regarding suspected marijuana and other narcotics at the Allen's High School. Allen's High School, that's in Chatham County. That's actually in Whitmarsh. Allen, Whitmarsh is like you're going towards Tabby. But anyways, agents responded to the high school and determined that the items in question were in fact marijuana. They found Fruity Pebbles cereal and baked cookies laced with THC. Agents were informed by the campus police and school staff that the items were located in the boys' gym locker room and that a potential suspect and others were detained. And further investigation, CNT determined the drugs were bought in by 18-year-old Daryl Strobert, a student at the Islands High School. And that investigation led to an apartment on Victory Drive. The apartment name is Auburn Apartments, hopefully I'm saying that right, where they made contact with a 35-year-old woman, Marcy Wilson of Savannah, and they searched her home and her vehicle, seasoned marijuana extract, fruity pebble cereal, and items commonly associated with creating marijuana edibles. Both of them were charged with a number of felony drug charges, including conspiracy of possession of marijuana with intent to distribute and possession of marijuana concentrates. Wilson was also charged with cruelty to children, child endangerment, and the two are currently being in the Chatham County jail, of course. And man, this is fucking crazy. It reminds me of 21 Jump Street, where Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, they were in the high school trying to find the the drugs and stuff. I mean, it just is like 21 Jump Street. I mean, you wouldn't even really expect something like this in the Islands High School. I mean, this high school isn't in Savannah. This is like you're going towards, like I said, it's in Whitmarsh, Allen. But I wouldn't expect stuff like this. I mean, you'll probably expect stuff like this probably like in Beach High School or my old high school. But damn, I mean, that's some crazy shit. And it makes it even worse because you're selling dope in a high school, or really even in the school zone, which is a no-no. I mean, you get caught with any type of dope in the school zone. I mean, they should actually have a little bit more charges actually. And I'm surprised, and I won't be surprised if they add on a little bit more charges, but who knows. But I mean, this is 21 Jump Street all the way. And on Thursday, we had a shooting on Duval Street near Pennsylvania Avenue, just about 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Reports of a gun discharge, and officers came to the scene. And police say shortly after, a 19-year-old male arrived to Memorial in a privately owned vehicle seeking non-life-threatening injuries. Police are still looking for a suspect at this time and the circumstances of the shooting. Now, real quick, this made headlines in Savannah this week. This actually happened in 2015 in October, where a Savannah fire captain has been indicted on charges of aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, simple battery, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness, where he was accused of making racial slurs to employees and other customers at a Applebee's on Abercorn Street. And as a result of that, he pulled out a gun on these people, and also he made racial slurs to a patron that tried to step in and intervene, and that's when the fight broke out inside and outside the restaurant. And reported claims that Barry Arnold went into his car and pulled out a handgun and threatened to use it while continuing to use the N-word. Police arrived and arrested him. I know this made headlines all over. A lot of people were outraged, but I mean, it happened last year of 2015. I mean, it happened way over a year. I'm surprised they haven't put him in jail or give him charges. I mean, more than likely, since he was a fire captain, I mean, they probably would go light on him. They probably would give him some type of probation. So I mean, I don't really see him going to jail. If he do go to jail, he probably won't get nothing over 5 or 7 years. And even if, he'll probably have to do half of that. But I don't even see him going to jail, though. Not saying that he don't deserve to go to jail, but I mean, I just don't see him going to jail because of his ranking with the government as far as being a fire captain. And also, real quick, I'm gonna just recap this. Late Thursday night, there was a armed robbery that took place at the Red Light Smoke Shop on Congress at Abercorn Streets late Thursday night. That happened shortly after 10 p.m. where they say a black male suspect walked in and got into an argument with the store clerk before inflicting injury to them with a knife. And the clerk had non-life-threatening injuries, thank goodness, but they haven't got a suspect at this time. And there was also another armed robbery early Friday morning, actually today around 3:30 a.m. on the 2700 block of Skidaway Road. Officials say the suspect entered the Savannah Mart and robbed it at gunpoint of an undisclosed amount of cash and then fled the scene. No one was injured. The suspect is described as a black male in dark clothing. And what I can say is, around this time, December, Christmas, holiday season, there's a lot of robberies. Robberies go up. Store robberies, break-ins, everything, all crime goes up around December because a lot of people think that everybody has, valuables because everybody's getting gifts and presents and everything else. So what I want to just say to you guys is, man, just really be careful of where you walk into. Also, around this time, Christmas, a lot of things get stolen inside of cars, house break-ins. I mean, you don't want to put anything inside your vehicle that's valuable that's just laying out on the car seat. Usually, if you can just put it in your trunk or put it underneath the seat. If you have any type of valuables in your home, I mean, make sure everything's locked up and secured. Or if you're living in a tight area or a really rough area, I mean, you might want to invest in an alarm system. But I mean, things is going to heat up until about Christmas time, or really until the end of December, as far as more armed robberies on the street and in convenience stores. But that pretty much sums up all the news that I'm going to cover for this week. There was some other pieces of news that happened, but it wasn't quite as important as this. But also, if you're watching this, I got a lot of dope content coming by the 1st of January. I'm going to do my artist interviews. I'm going to have food reviews for the best places to eat in Savannah. I got a lot of dope stuff coming in the future, man. Hopefully, if you guys are watching this, man, hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, man. I got a whole lot of dope stuff, man, coming real soon. And I love each and every one of y'all, man. I know I don't have the biggest audience, but I treat each and one of y'all like I have 100,000 subscribers. I really do. And if you also come into the city for the holidays, watch some of my videos. I got a lot of stuff that's explaining Savannah in detail. And that's about it, guys. It's Pac-Man Jones with Savannah Seaport News, and I'm out.